Update 43 is out in Bloons TD 6, and I'm going to show you a little bit about it. I know some of you probably don't have the update yet because it literally just came out, and I know it takes some time for some platforms, and then some of you just want to see what it's about before you jump into it, so let's check it out. Let's just hit everything that we can. First off, go to settings and then go to redeem code and then use Rosalia Rocks. That's the new hero, and then click redeem. I've already redeemed mine, but you get a little couple goodies. And then I've heard that this one works too, not a code. You found a hidden code. Here's some monkey money. 500 monkey money, I'll take that. If there's any more codes that I don't know, let me know below. Next, we gotta go to this hero, the jetpack here. I showed you a little bit about it in my early access video, but we're gonna officially unlock her for $5,000, the Tinkerer. And I am really excited to try out this hero because Corvus, probably a little bit of Geraldo, is just a little too much for me. There's a lot to work with there. But this is a little bit up my alley more because there's still micro to make her fun, but not as much as like Corvus or Geraldo. You just got to move her around and then change her gun from lasers to bombs, which is really cool. Next, I want to check out the trophy store because you have to have a kangaroo. And if you haven't been playing boss events or odysseys or races to get trophies, what are you doing with your life? Because you need it for these kinds of things. Like when the bad turns into a big scarab beetle. I don't know why though. The new map's not like if it was bizarre, that would kind of make sense. And then I'm really liking this avatar, so it's time to change from the Mr. Beast avatar. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the looks of this avatar, but it looks like an old-fashioned snake oil salesman. It looks like Geraldo's gonna sell me some bogus things in his shop is what it looks like, but it still looks cool. And I really like the Boomer and Rue profile banner, but not gonna buy it because it's gonna change up my new cool snake oil salesman ones. Now, you guys know every single update, there's crazy balance changes. There's always things that make you love the game more, and then there's usually some things that you're gonna absolutely hate, and we have both in this one. The first thing that I saw, because it's in big letters and it popped right out, was the combination of towers you're able to pass round one with combination with improvements to a number of initial placement towers. That's a lot of words, but what they're saying is they have decreased the price of some of the towers so you can place things that you would have normally never placed before in something like chimps mode. For instance, like boomerang is now 315 instead of 325, and attack is 260 instead of 280. So that $20 there and another 10 over here should be enough to give you some other combinations, like not off the top of my head, but let's say like a dart and a boomer, but you can do that before. So maybe it's like a boomer and attack you can do that you might have not been able to do before. But for chimp starts, still gonna be map dependent, but that is pretty cool that we have a different option of what we want to use. So you got to let me know below if that's something that you hate or something that you love. Now, another one, I'm just going straight with the negatives off the go. I have to do it, but we were short-lived with our Dragon's Breath Fire Wizard because that has already been, it looks like it's been knocked down if I'm looking at this correctly, because the fireball projectile count increased from 1 to 3, but the damage reduced from 9 to 3 and pierce reduced from 4 to 3. I got the wizard right here and I want to see what that actually does. So we're going to do something like round 36, which we know we can take. Oh, it actually is shooting 3 of them now. Okay, let's try like round 39 and we'll go like intense magic because it's cooler. Oh, wow. Okay. So the fireball goes into like a spurt. So, you know, normally you just go like a 0-1-0. It just shoots a fireball every once in a while. So it's doing that, but instead of just 1, it shoots 3. And the wizard's price has been dropped 50 bucks too. So now that opens up some more chimps combinations too. And it's not just going to be chimps. It could be like Apocalypse or half cash is going to be a lot nicer too, because you don't have to save up as much just to get dunked on. You'll have towers that you can start with kind of soon. Look at the ninja from 500 to 400. So let's take a look at that. Let's go to chimps mode. So I want to see if this is any different. And I believe we could do boomer tack start before because we have $30 left. And if you add up what they're cheaper, it's $30. So it's the same. But one I know that is different is this right here. You can now do ninja dart start. You could never have done that before. That is now a thing because we are saving $100, which is great because that's a lot of starts that we can handle now, because the ninja already can kind of do things on his own because he's really strong. So if you have just like a dart there on last, now you're good. You're pretty much good. Would that work on like, hang on. So the infamous chimp start for this map is a sub right here and a dart right here. I might have messed that up. It might not work right off the go. Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. But now you can do a dart. Like, let's say we put a dart. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Like a dart here and then a ninja here? No way, right? Like that's not gonna work. Okay, still not good. Still not good. Oh, okay, that was a lot better though. Well, now you can do boat and dart, which you couldn't do before. I wonder if that's gonna matter. Okay, I just got past round 6, I think, maybe. Oh my goodness. Is that a new start to a chimp strat? You can put a boat and a dart now. I don't know if it's going to work all the way to getting to grape shot, but I'm still pretty impressed. I could throw another dart if I wanted to. It just means I don't have to be forced to put a sub down. I like it. I'm happy. I think that's really cool. Super Monkey projectile speed reduced from 280 to 200. I feel like that's just mean. What's up with all this negative stuff? Let's do something good. We did the price decreases on the Chimps towers. That's actually really fun. But here's one that I think is bad, but then I'm going to show you why it's so good. The Druid right here, right? It generates 1 life per ability cast, which is cool, but it doesn't automatically do it at the end of each round. So if you're like me and you forget to use your ability, guess what? You're not getting that extra life if you're kind of relying on it. But that means I think you can get more, right? Because I think you can do like 3 per round. But Spirit of the Forest no longer passively generates lives, which is a huge bummer because I use that tower so much. So I'm gonna have to use its ability, which I never use its ability once I get Spirit because he gets $1,000 every round, so I don't use his money ability. But here's why it's really cool. The Druid doesn't pop camo unless you have the top path 5th tier or the middle path 5th tier. But if you go down to my guy Oben, who used to be my favorite hero of all time, level 8, Nature's Wrath additionally grants camo detection of druids in its radius. You may be thinking, Dabloon, who cares? Why is that such a big deal? Well, now you don't have to have camo for druids. As you can see, I'm on Chimps mode, a regular Chimps game, and I have not purchased any camo. I just have a Jungle Drums village here, and I'm saving money, plus I didn't need to get it early on. Oben's spikes were enough to pop the camos on 33 and 36 and 37, and now I don't even need it because this little guy here, yeah, it's kind of weird because he's not always in range, but who cares? I don't have camo on druids. So if you're a big fan of this strategy like me, you're going to be really excited, but I did have to do a little bit of like timing with the brambles to make it work. So where this is actually going to be really awesome is it's going to be used in really cool, weird places like on half cash, because what's a tower that you always have? It's Druid of the Jungle. It's a great tower, right? But what's the problem with it? It can't pop camo. So on 59, what happens? You get completely destroyed by it, but not anymore because you don't need camo because he'll just take them out. Now, as soon as this little thing's in its range, which it's now it is, there you go. And it'll pop around enough that I don't see it ever being a problem. So now on 59, I didn't use any camo, but we did it. That is such a really, you don't see how big that is. Like I use this tower so much and I've lost so many times on 59. And I just say 59 because those camo leads, I always forget about them, but now they just go out on their own, which is awesome. And then boom, I just got a life. So far, really cool stuff and some bad stuff. But if you're enjoying what you're watching so far, definitely let me know by hitting that like button below because it helps out the channel. Now, another mean one. They did a lot of mean ones this time, Ninja Kiwi. Monkey Wall Street price increase 60,000 to 70,000. Who does boss events and your end setup with farms is a Monkey Wall Street and a few farms around it, and that's it because you're too lazy to collect any bananas. The marketplaces aren't doing it for you, and you don't want to use powers to have a banana farmer, so you use Monkey Wall Street. Now it's $10,000 more. I guess at that point, it really wouldn't matter. But I do think it's nice that they increased the range to kind of make up for them kind of being mean and making it cost more. And it looks like they didn't think cutting our legs off with the Monkeyopolis last time was enough. So now we're down to $1,000 for base cash. That's just mean again. Poor Beast Handler, I always skip over it because there's so much going on. It's like 17 towers in one or 3 in one, and it's just too much for me. So you guys got to let me know what the good things about the Beast Handler are below. And there are a couple really good things that I did save till the end. For instance, the 500 crippled Moab now damages balloons around the main target, radius 8, pierce 10, and damage 28. And if you go with the 520 cripple Moab shrapnel shot, pierce increase from 2 to 3. So let's test him out a little bit. The thing with him is that if you go 520, it's really slow. So I did get a couple overclocks here to keep it up full time. And this is round 75, which is normally a really hard round, and he is technically soloing it. Oh my gosh. Well, now I kind of want to see if he can do without these guys. Yeah, we're on cubism, but still, that was ridiculous. So that speed buff is definitely going to be necessary with an overclock on like shorter maps, but dude, I'm impressed. That's really good. Definitely gonna have to do his own video and showcase how amazing it is. Same with the camo druids, because now camo druids can now see camo. That is amazing. And the last one I want to look at, 401 sticky glue allows track puddles to last 1+ round. So I want to test out this glue gunner because if this is true and the glue lasts another round, that could really make this guy way more broken than he was before. Now, I don't know if he's fast enough to do all this, but he is because he has the glue. And it just sits there. It just sits there. Oh my gosh. So if it's like a backup, but then it didn't last that round, why is that? Or is it like the time in that next round? So like a 24-hour clock period, right? So like at the 10 seconds into that round was 10 seconds into this round, but those should stay, right? They are staying. So that will really be great for things like, well, does this one work too? It does. Oh my goodness. Does that mean it'll last for the camo on 33? Will he pop camo on 33 with these? That is going to be wild. No, it does not pop camo. The one thing I want to show you a little bit about, but I cannot, is the boss rush. It is not here yet. I'm assuming it's going to be on like some event schedule time. So we'll get it in the next couple of days and it'll probably last a few more days. So get your teams ready to get going because that thing is going to be awesome. Just unlimited bosses all the time, as long as you have a bunch of monkey money to cover it, that's for sure. Or wait for those tickets. But I love this update. There's a lot of bad things I don't like about those balance changes, but then there's like good things too, like a camo druid. That's gonna change things. Glue staying on the track. That's gonna change things. And stay tuned because of course we are going to find out how fast we can black border Tinkerton in Bloons TD 6. And I'm not even gonna play the map. We're just gonna do it completely blind, go in there, never touching it, going all the way through. And I bet you we're gonna get a great time because it's a fun, easy map. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what your favorite thing about the update was below. And if you haven't yet, check out this video where we turn Sada into a sun temple in Bloons TD 6. The best hero is even better.